Yo, what's going on, people? Aiden here. Today we're going to be having a look at Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man, and I actually wanted to start this one like as the younger version of Tobey. I didn't intend to make it the older version, but I just couldn't quite get the hair down. So in the end, I've gone for the older version of Tobey Maguire based off the more recent films. I kind of pivoted like right towards the end and did a different kind of look for him. So if you do want to do a younger version, I think you might have to match him up with some different hair or something like that. It might work. I'm not 100% sure. But let's see anyway. So for the tattoos, I couldn't quite get that shoulder on the left side of the screen. I couldn't quite get it to overlap. I don't know, something went wrong with mine, but you shouldn't run into that issue. You just got to be careful when you're doing the arm tattoos not to go too far over to the chest area, and it should be good. And for the spider in the middle, you could probably do like a unique shape using the shapes, but I just went half-assed it and just put like a spider tattoo on top and like called it a day. So yeah, hair number 30 is what I went for in the end. And yeah, like I said, I went for the older version of him. I think if you're going for a younger one, I think the original one I was thinking was maybe like hair 34, but I just couldn't quite get it there, do you know what I mean? But then when I put hair 30 on him and I just tweaked his face a little bit, and I was like, okay, yeah, that actually looks like the older version of him, bro. And obviously, like, I prefer the younger version. Like that's the kind of one I grew up on. I don't even imagine Spider-Man like aging, but I guess he does age, so it is what it is. Yeah, and see what you guys can do with the tattoos as well. If anyone managed to make some really sick tattoo or something like that, please send it my way. I'd love to see it. For the eyebrows, we're going to be doing custom eyebrows. So yeah, because these ones just sit a little bit too high for my liking, so we're going to be doing some custom eyebrows. And there's not anything for the body hair or anything like that, so you're good there. No facial hair either. For the body type, I went for pretty slim, body number 1. But if you wanted to make him a little bit more muscular while still having some long arms, body 14 might be too much like John Jones, I'm not sure. Body 4 is like, yeah, that's like, come on bro, that's like Captain America. You know what I'm saying? So that's a little bit too much that way. But maybe body 16 could be a good balance fit as well. So probably body 16 or body 1 for Spider-Man over here. Yeah, so one of them two, but I'm going to leave it at body 1. And let's have a look at the rest of it now. So for the eyes, I've gone for common eyes blue. And then for the face template, I've gone for template number 15. And then follow the sliders as you see on the screen to get the same results as mine. And thank you all so much for the support. If there's other versions of different characters from the Marvel universe or DC or whatever, just let me know. I've got a couple others on the channel that I released last year. I think Wolverine was one of the other ones. And someone was recently asked me for Deadpool. So is that it's not Ryan Gosling. Who's the actor for that one? I can't remember, but is it one of them guys that you wanted to see? So yeah, just let me know people's names and I'll see what I can do for you guys. The list is pretty big at the minute, but yeah, just keep things flowing and see where we're going to go. And speaking of what's going to happen in the near future, I've got Fight Club characters coming, the Angel Face and Tyler Durden, but maybe at the end of the video I'll show you where I am with them, but I just can't quite get it like down at the minute, so I'm not sure what's going to happen with them too, but I'll show you anyway. I might just have to release the formula and do a version 2 or something like that. Let's jump back to what we're doing here. So for the tattoos for Spider-Man, base layer is going to be the red one, and then on top of that we're going to be chucking the blue layer, so it's like that. And that's what we're going to do on the other leg as well. So as much as I think I tried not to layer the tattoos on top of each other because the blending might mess up or something. I think that was the reason behind it. Yeah, so that's kind of how I've done the legs. That's the easier part. Actually this bit is fine as well, to be honest. It's just like getting the blue and the red in the right spots without the game glitching out, which is the problem that I had. So maybe hopefully you guys won't have that issue. I don't want to spend too much time trying to fix it when I can just create other characters. So that's kind of what I've done, and just kind of went with what I've got. And I haven't done the back because I don't want to put too many tattoos on, because one of the things is the game can glitch out if you do too many tattoos, and if you have too many tattooed characters, and then you can like lose your character or something. Maybe, I don't know, like I've heard people have had that problem, and I'm having that problem on one of my other accounts, so I don't want to like jinx anything, like doing too much with the tattoos. So I've kind of just gone like this. So for the front, tried to get it bang on, and then for the rest of it I've just used these clever font number 9s going around. So basically clever font is going to be the shape to use really. There might be a similar one. You could probably use the number 1 or something like that, or maybe one of the other tattoos, and just go around and just create the like vertical lines and then create the horizontal lines. And then once you've done it enough times going across, then you should be able to get it to a decent place to like layer it. And if you really want to go for precision, then yeah, pull up the Raimi suit or pull up one of the other suits, and then you can try and really get it precise to where it is. Depending on, like I said, just be careful if you're using too many characters with tattoos. your game could cause some problems for you. Red Corner shouted me in my video and he said you can clear your cache, which I haven't done on the other account, but he says if you clear your cache, then you should be able to get around the issue. So if anyone does have that issue, then we can maybe try and look at trying to troubleshoot it together or something. I could do like a video on my other account and try and fix it or something like that. It could be an alright one if people are running into that issue. And I know like UFC games are notoriously had issues with characters getting deleted. I know UFC 4 had it. I know UFC 3 had it as well. UFC 3 really had it really bad, so I know that. But UFC 4 wasn't as bad, but it did have it as well. And like, I don't want to risk it for UFC 5. So yeah, just something to bear in mind. So anyway, I've spoken so much about tattoos. Let's carry on talking about what we're actually doing here. So we got these lines going across vertical. We got the lines going across horizontal. And basically those go up and down the arm. And then the reds and the blues. You want the blues to be on the inside of his arm and the reds to be on the outside. And it's going to end at sort of his forearm area. And then similarly for the body, we're going to be using those same fonts to just get the lines, and the bottom layers that we're going to be using before we do the face. The bottom layers we're going to be using are just the same again. Shapes number 25, going around the back area. Yeah, and just working your way around basically. And I think I've layered it quite a few times, so that's why it's... Where's my game glitching? I think my game's glitching already. See what I mean, bro? It's so hard to do a blimmin' tutorial when the thing is just glitching out. I'm literally pressing left on my D-pad to try and hide things, but they're not hiding. But anyway, hopefully that will get it across anyway, what I've done. So yeah, I've layered it in chunks going across his body and worked my way around like that. On this side as well. Oh yeah, look, some of it is moving around. Yeah, so like that. But for some reason, the arm one overlaps it, so just heads up in that area. Yeah, so these lines going horizontal and vertical, doesn't really matter what order you layer them in, it's all good. And then on top of that, we got Mr. Spider climbing up his face, and off he goes. So yeah, those are those bits. And then finally, let's have a look at the face, which is where you're going to get the eyebrows and where you're going to get some of the detail. So I've got this cleft chin down here, shapes number 9 on the chin area, and we're going to press left on the D-pad to fade that in a bit. And then we've got shapes number 9, which is sitting just above that. And I'm going to pull it up a little bit more actually, so it makes more sense. Sitting around there, just under his bottom lip. And then I've got this clever font number 9, which is the dot. L1 and right on the D-pad, press down on your left. L1 and right stick to the right, and then press down on your left D-pad to get that there. And then I've used shapes number 9 for the eyebrows, just going around like that, and it somehow worked alright. Like, I've tried to do the same on my Tyler Durden and it's been such a ball ache. So sometimes it's hit and miss, but depends on the face template, and it worked alright on this one. So yeah, that one was okay. And just going across like that with animals number 21 on top as well, just to try and give it a little bit of like, so it's not too smooth, it's a little bit of roughness to it. And just to zoom into his face, let me just quickly get that face zoom going on. Yeah, the end result ends up looking like that. I don't know if anyone's interested, I could quickly show my Tyler Durden as well. That's probably going to be recorded next or shortly after this one. I didn't show the clothing, but I think he just had the bottom, the black bottoms on that one. And probably Stephen Wonderboy is going to be the stance for Spider-Man as well. That's the one I usually pick for these superhero types. So yeah, these two, I've got Angel Face and I've got Tyler Durden, who's just such a difficult one to get, because I tried it with like 2 different face templates now. I tried it with the original one that I used for the previous UFC game, and I've tried it with this one as well. And yeah, it's so hard without the eyebrows. I think I'm just gonna go with this formula, because otherwise I'm just gonna keep coming back to it 100 times and just spend so much time on it, when even I could come back later and just do a version 2 from scratch and I'll probably get it closer. But yeah, this is where I've ended up with him. So, but even looking at it, I'm like, oh, come on man, let's fight this, let's do this again. No, I'm gonna release this one along with the Angel Face as a video, and then I'm gonna probably have another look down the line at doing another one for Mr. Tyler Durden. But yeah, thank you so much for the support. Catch you guys next one. I'm Aiden. I'm out of it. Peace. What's the button? There it is.